In the late 90s, Yahoo did not just own the internet. Yahoo was the internet. They were the front door to the digital world, the ultimate gatekeeper. Valued at $125 billion, they held the keys to the kingdom. But if you look at them today, you see a corporate corpse, a cautionary tale of how absolute dominance breeds absolute blindness. They had 3 chances to own the future. They chose to save pennies instead. This is the autopsy of the trillion-dollar mistake. The year is 1998. 2 Stanford kids named Larry Page and Sergey Brin walk into Yahoo's office. They have a simple search algorithm called Google. They offer to sell it for a mere $1 million. Yahoo looks at the math and says no. Not because they didn't have the money, but because they didn't understand the game. Yahoo's business model was a walled garden. They wanted you to stay on their portal. They viewed a perfect search engine as a threat. If a user finds what they want in seconds, they leave the site. To a Yahoo executive, that was lost ad revenue. They prioritized minutes on a page over the utility of a tool. They chose the wall. Google chose the bridge. 4 years later, the wall is crumbling. By 2002, Google is a titan, and Yahoo finally realizes they are losing the war. CEO Terry Semel goes to Google with an offer of $3 billion. Larry and Sergey know their worth. They ask for $5 billion. $2 billion stood between Yahoo and the total ownership of the search market. Semel, the Hollywood accountant, refuses to pay. He haggles over $2 billion like a merchant in a bazaar. He thought he was being fiscally responsible. In reality, he was lighting $1 trillion on fire to save a few coins. The deal dies. Yahoo's relevance dies with it. The year is 2006. A new predator is in the water: Facebook. Mark Zuckerberg is 22 years old. Yahoo offers him $1 billion. Zuckerberg is ready to sign. The board is ready to sell. But at the final hour, Yahoo's stock price dips. Instead of showing strength, the accountants at Yahoo show their true nature. They lower the offer to $850 million. They tried to discount the future of social media. Zuckerberg, insulted by the pettiness, literally tears up the contract in the meeting. Yahoo saved $150 million that day, and they lost a social media empire that would eventually be worth over $1 trillion. The tragedy of Yahoo is the tragedy of the bureaucratic mind. When you let accountants run an empire, they will optimize it into a grave. They focus on the balance sheet of today while ignoring the landscape of tomorrow. They sought efficiency when they needed vision. They feared cannibalizing their own products, so they let competitors eat them alive. The lesson is clinical. If you are not willing to disrupt yourself, the market will do it for you. The trillion-dollar mistake is not a lack of resources. It is a lack of courage. Welcome to The Blueprint. Subscribe to witness the mechanics of corporate collapse. Join the newsletter. Understand the logic of tech. Because the next Yahoo is already making its first mistake.